Alright, back again, day 2 of the wall insulation videos. Well, the last video we popped these open, or maybe in this video we popped the panels off, placed in the insulation in there, the thin slate. Unfortunately I didn't have enough to complete everything I wanted to. I want to be able to do over the tops of these as well as the back doors. So I have another roll of that coming. In the meantime, we're going to take the leftover 1-inch foam I have here. We're going to do a cutout for right here. We're going to do the same for the other side. So just insulating essentially as much as we can. And then hopefully put up some sort of wall structure over it. I'm thinking I'm going to put I think they're furring strips is what they're called. I think I'm going to put one here across and one here across. So that way I can mount something to cover up like this mess or what will look like a mess. So gonna move forward. We'll give it a start now. So I have this piece of insulation left over. I figure we'll just start with this. So just gonna hold it up here, get a rough idea of the width we'll need. So it looks like I can just cut this almost right in half. So this one's too small, but this one should be, yeah, perfect. So essentially now I'm going just try to like rough in the curvature and stuff. So I have cardboard, so I could kind of cut it to that. Maybe I'll try that. So we're just trying to get a rough estimate on the shape that we need to fit everything in here, and then I should be able to just transfer it onto the actual foam, at least in theory. This should work as at least a close template, and I'll see what we can do. So in case I somehow didn't explain it properly, made a template for the back panel here. The back, I think it might be a window on some of the vans, maybe the passenger vans. Made a template. We're going to transfer this sheet right here, and then we'll try to cut out the template accordingly. Definitely going to have to take off where that line is as well. So we'll do that right now. So we're like right there. Obviously you're just doing a bunch of test fittings. I'm going to try to take just a hair off here. I think it's cut well enough. I might try to go around after I put it up with some spray foam later just to fill in some of the smaller cracks along the side. But I think we're looking good for this one. So going to take some of the very handy 3M90. I actually got 2 of them right here. This one's almost empty. And we'll spray onto here, onto there. We'll glue this guy up. Now, you might ask yourself, well, Chris, why don't you use that one to cut a template for the other one? It's a good question. So, we're going to move on to the other one. My mind, occasionally, it goes blank. Alright, so for this one, I'm going to try to do this a little bit more intelligently. I have this paper here. I'm going to tape it up and make a mold out of this paper. I think this will work significantly better than my previous option. So just some random paper. I believe this came from, it's like one of those easels, you know, drawing easel or something. It's just like standard paper, really. Ta-da! So we'll pull this down, we'll cut it out with scissors, put it on the foam, trace it, and hopefully that will work. Should work good. It's just a hair undersized for the exact curve, but where the insulation is so thick, I feel like it's actually better off that way. So just marking the point where that middle piece is, so that hopefully I can remove some insulation from that on the back side, because this pokes out, it's probably eighth inch, quarter inch, pokes out from the actual window. So we'll take this, we'll transfer it over onto the insulation. So we got the piece cut out. I don't know if it fits yet, we'll take a look. But I made a little mark on the back, roughly where that little part that sticks out a bit, where this is going. So I might have to cut that out just a hair so that this can fit flush against the actual door. So we'll give it a shot. I was wondering why it didn't fit. I missed a cut. So I'm going to cut out the little spot on the back. Hopefully it's in the correct position. So hopefully that will work. I'm going with it. So the door one went in good. The plan now is to cut out another one using my sweet handy dandy template and put that one up, because I don't have another long piece of paper and I'm going to use this paper afterward to hopefully, even though it might not, it's not gonna work. I'm gonna figure out a way to do the other side that I did previously better. So for this, get the middle there again, get this cut out for the door, and I'm just going to try to cut a little larger than I did last time for the little center piece. I feel like it wasn't sitting as flush as I would have liked it to, so I'm just going to go a little wider with that. Alright, so we got the piece cut. Put it up. Feels good. So, gonna go with it. Glue this guy up too. So for this side, where I don't have a continuous piece long enough to cover the whole thing, I made a little template out of cardboard. So I'm gonna cut two pieces this size and just glue them straight in here. There will be a little space here, but I'm getting some more of that spray foam to fill in the cracks on all of these. So for this one, I'll just spray in that full area right there. So not the end of the world, and I'm not buying another complete thing of 1-inch insulation just for a strip. Technically I have enough that I could even make a strip and put it in here, but I just don't think I'm going to. So we have all the insulation. So just gotta get to a hardware store and get one more can of the spray foam. And that should do it essentially for most of the insulation. I do still have to do the inside of the back doors and above the wheel wells, but the wheel wells I probably won't do until we start making some furniture for here. So I also got to figure out how I'm going to cover this up. So for the side walls, I'm pretty sure paneling of some sort. And the reason I say that is because it bends, so I can bend it right to the wall. I'm going to put, again, a strip of wood. I have to do it two wide, so I have 1-inch wood. So it'll be like 2 inches out here, and then that should, in theory, line up with the one down here. In theory. And that's if I'm bending the wood a little bit to kind of fit it how I want to. As far as the doors go, I have no idea. It's gonna be tight. I think I could, in theory, cut one out to perfectly fit inside of this. And then I think that I would be able to drill it, say right here along, and then just leave the top and over here open. Because the second you open it, you have plenty of space on the outside. But anyways, this will probably be one video combined with the insulation I've already put in, and then it'll be at least another one, probably another 2 for finishing up the rest of the walls and the rest of the insulation. So thanks for tuning in, everyone. Hope the video was enjoyable anyway. Making progress, doing it in the time we can. So thanks for tuning in. We'll see you in the next one. Take care.